while they move around, they collect in these special things from the sea, which creates a pearl in their mouth. And once they created the pearl, they have their mouths wide open so that the divers that come into the water to collect pearls can see them.
It was they used to give us all the string ready, and then we had to stitch the clips.
Vogue always emphasises pearls, and you know, Elizabeth Taylor's another one. I really do think that Hollywood glamorised pearls, and I do, you know, I'm wearing my pearls now and I feel very feminine.
I'm wearing mine on my wrist.
Mom's wearing hers, and she's got a mixture of pearls, black pearls, you know, and they're beautiful, they're smooth and very pretty.
I've got a slightly romantic husband, and that was a gift on our pearl wedding, which is the 30th wedding anniversary.
I was given a set of pearls by my father, which I have here. I think it was about my 18th or 21st birthday, more likely.
If you have like a diamond ring and there were like little pearls in them, it would just like make it look better.
We are the Diamond Club!
We don't have that bit of film in it.
Do you remember that?
When does that picture? Where do these pearls come from?
My niece bought them for Christmas.
That's a lovely set of pearls there, isn't it?
No, the brooch came from my friends. Actually, they all came from my grandson.
Well, these came from my mother-in-law when she went on holiday to Jersey.
Yeah, well, they're supposed to be real pearls, but I don't think they're real pearls. I forget where I bought them.
I bought this one and I put a big collection of them.
From who?
Oh, if only I can remember, it was a long time.
I bought this pearls in Spain on holiday. I live in a nursing home now, and one of my visitors brought me 7 bracelets, and this was one of them.
These came from my sister. She died a long, long time ago, and I went home for the funeral to County Meath in Ireland. And when I was coming away, they asked me if there's anything I'd like to take back with me. It belonged to her. And the pearls was the one thing I wanted.
Well, I've brought along a little bag of pearls, several varieties of pearls in different states of repair and of different sort of class and value that belong to our mother. And she was very attached to her pearls, and that they were quite an important part of her life. But she was also very nervous that somebody would break into the house and steal them for some reason. So they were always kept when she wasn't wearing them, zipped up in this little sort of makeup bag, which she hid in the bottom of the dirty linen basket that was on the landing. It's an odd place, and there were, you know, 1 or 2 occasions, I think, when they almost got thrown out in the wash, as you might like to say.
Well, we were with my husband, one of the first holidays that was in Mallorca. And I really wanted something, you know, because the rest it wasn't real. I wanted a real pearl. So we took it as a real pearl. In those days, I don't know, but it must be £100+
These pearls were bought by my maternal grandfather as a wedding gift for my maternal grandmother. It would have been about somewhere around 1890, and they have been worn by all the brides in the family, the female direct descendants, on their wedding day. The last one to wear them was my daughter, and no doubt when my grandson marries, his bride will wear them as well. I hope so, anyway.
I was given pearls. The pearls I'm wearing now were given to me by a gift by my brother. And again, my bracelet, that was a gift. Because I think I've heard somewhere that it's unlucky to actually buy yourself pearls.
You've got pearl earrings, haven't you, Mads?
Yeah, and I got a bracelet.
My brother bought her pearls, and he said, "Why don't you wear your pearls?
You should have pearl earrings.
You should wear your pearls."
Yes, when I was given them, particularly, yes, I thought I'd reached the age now where I was perhaps being treated as as a grown-up, an adult, and that Mum and Dad had obviously given this quite a bit of thought to present me with these pearls.
I'm wearing the pearls that my mother, your Nana Margaret, gave to me when I was 25, and she bought me the necklace and she bought me the earrings to match. And she had quite a lot of jewellery. She was very fond of jewellery. When she died, the only difference between your Nana Margaret's will and your granddad John's will was the fact that all her jewellery came to me, so that I could pass it on to you.
It's a string of pearls, and actually, I will be totally honest, I've never been very keen on the round pearls, but I was on holiday. I went out 3 times to Oman, and my daughter had a string of these, and I said, well, they're very pretty, and they're actually river pearls, which means that they are freshwater mussel pearls. And the thing I like about them is that they're very iridescent and they're irregular. And I find the fact that they catch the light, I find it very attractive.
My husband and I went to Florida before we were married to go to Disneyland. And while we were doing all the sights and attractions, we came across this shop or whatever where you could buy a farmed oyster with pearls in them. So we got 2, and one's on a pendant, and one we had set on this ring there, and it replaced the engagement ring he bought me for £1 before. He had given it to me when we were students. He bought it off the beach, a seller from the beach in Bournemouth, but he didn't tell me it was £1, and all the little stones fell out, and I was quite worried to tell him. Because it was just, then he admitted it was £1. I think I just said, well, that could be a replacement. I no longer had the £1 one, so it kind of stood in till we got the following one.
Well, for us, 21 was, you were an adult, and us girls, twin set and pearl necklace were the signs that you had reached that stage. My mum was a terrific baker, so we had a tea party, and she presented them to me in this cardboard box. It was decorated. I think she might have bought them in Cleary's in Dublin. I don't think I got real pearls. I think I got cultured pearls. But I really took pride in them.
My 40th birthday, parents bought me choker, a three string pearl choker. My mother said that was something I really ought to have. It came with lots of instructions as to how to look after it.
I just wanted to know, where do you think she got the pearls from?
What, these ones? She got these from a shop in Beckenham that's not there any longer called E.W. Payne's. And they had a shop in Bromley and a shop in Beckenham and a shop in Sydenham, I think, and she got them from the one in Beckenham.
Do you think that she got the earrings from the same shop?
Yes, she did, because they match. They're the same kind of pearls, the same colour. So yes, they did. But when she took the black pearls back to the shop, she bought herself something else, different pearl necklace. And those are the pearls that when you're older, I'm going to give to you. So when you're 18, I'm going to give you a pearl necklace. Would you like to see it? What do you think of that?
They look very pretty.
Mm-hmm.
And they're very small too.
Yeah. Be very delicate for a delicate young neck. Shall we try them on?
When I was looking at them a few moments ago, I thought they looked a bit half see-through.
Oh, pearlescent.
Do you wear them a lot?
Only when I go out to some function or something, you know. You know, I used to go dancing, and yes, it was a special occasion. Today people wearing anything, anytime, isn't it? But in those days, it was when you were going somewhere special.
I was invited once by a good friend of mine who was a vicar to see a show in the cinema, and it was a press night of The Last Temptation of Christ being shown in Cardiff, and I didn't really twig press night. I thought it was premiere night, red carpet treatment, the lot. So I thought, what on earth am I going to wear to this show? So I put on my very straight-laced navy dress, high-collared, long sleeves, and my little court shoes, and I put on my pearls. And I arrived at the press night sort of thinking that there were going to be lots of people there taking photographs as I stepped out of my taxi. But really, it wasn't a bit like that. It was the back door of the cinema, and everybody was in anoraks, and I felt completely overdressed.
Even if the milkman is at the door, go to the door, open, and you wear your pearls.
The pearls that my mother lent for me to wear on my wedding day, I've actually found the picture here this morning of signing the register, and you can just make out the double string there. And obviously, you know, with something like the wedding dress, they are perfect because, you know, exactly that. It needed something in that neckline, but you wouldn't want something bright or gaudy or, you know, that was going to take away from anything else or be too obtrusive, really.
I wore them to dances until one night I was coming back home after the dance, and I tried to get them off and they were stuck, and I tugged at them and broke the other string. But this is the one that's really intact, completely.
With pearls, I'm sure you know that the chemicals in your skin make them, they change colour very slightly. I get very sentimental about them on days like Christmas Day and birthdays and, you know, things like that, because they are family, you know.
I've worn them a lot and I'm fond of them.
I've worn them on stage because they're good enough to stand up to stage light. I wore them when I was in Liaison Dangereuse, when we all wore white or off-white clothes, and we all wore pearls for that.
I wore them to work for a while, but because I was an audio typist with all these, you know, earphones and things like that, I didn't wear them, but I wore them when I went to dances. We used to go to quite a few dances, military dances, so I'd get dolled up in my pearls, and it might be a dress, not a twin set because that was for sort of day wear, but my pearls came out quite a lot, and I think that's why they wore out. And I chewed on them so much, I think, as well. There was some of that. And they were bashed about. And, of course, when you knocked them, you broke that coating. And then it made you want to peel off the rest of it. The damage was done, not just from having them in your mouth, but they felt nice in your mouth. They did feel nice, a bit like chewing gum, but no taste.
They are rethreaded onto silk. And it's a great skill for the people who do it, you know, and the knots are so tiny you can hardly see them between the pearls. But Mummy, certainly, she had them rethreaded once, and I've had them rethreaded. They appear to be okay at the moment. But if you have them done on wire or something like, or on not anything other than silk thread, the thread damages the pearls.
Well, they're rather special, aren't they, pearls? And if they're given to you pre-marriage, you wear them on your wedding day. And otherwise, you tuck them away in a box and they stay there until you're going somewhere special and you bring them out and wear them again.
I love black pearls. These are absolutely
Black and
beautiful.
grey.
Look at that.
I think now purple.
No, but because they've got different colours. They reflect different colours. Subtle. She loves that song, The Deep Purple Falls. She's looking at her pearls.
Sleepy garden wall.
I used to love pearls. I used to have earrings, you know, those clips one. Yeah, I always did. Definitely. Without realizing, but I did like pearls. Yeah. It's classic.